Hi Sagittarius, it's Power and Light Tarot coming at you with the reading. Today we have a tarot reading for you guys. It's another cool tarot reading for Sagittarius. Let's see what we got. And we all have our best guides within us if we would only listen. This means that we all have intuition if we would only trust it. That's what that means, of course, and that is the moon. And that is the Eight of Hearts. In this is about somebody's feelings, and this looks like somebody loves somebody here but they didn't trust it, or the eights are about power and moving forward and progress, right? Change. We know the Eight of Hearts in the traditional deck to be somebody who's walking away or somebody who's unfulfilled emotionally, right? So somebody didn't listen to themselves. That's all. We have the Ten of Diamonds, which is the Ten of Pentacles, really, and we have the King of Diamonds. He's showing up reversed there. These do not read in the reverse, but there could be somebody, maybe who's an earth sign, or somebody with money. This is about somebody with money. I believe that this person is quite generous as well. I will have a look at that, and let's see the Ten of Diamonds, what they have to say about it. Accomplishment. Okay, what did I say? Money. The fruit of labor is in the family garden is beautiful. Sit back and enjoy it. Yeah, okay, so that's nice. And we have the King of Diamonds too. Generosity, yeah. And so this talks about somebody who is mature and who gives wise advice and takes care of other people. You know, in the reverse, maybe somebody was not mature. Maybe somebody didn't want to take care of somebody else. Something like that, because somebody has a little bit of regret over here about they didn't listen to their intuition, right? That's what that's about. And let's see what else we have with these shaman cards today. We have the Empty Well, time to replenish. Yeah, somebody got involved in something, Sagittarius. You or another person involved in something that was empty, or that made you, you left feeling empty, something like that. And this is time to replenish. Maybe there was an empty well with somebody, like a relationship, right? Turned into an empty well, time to replenish it. But this could be just on your own, right? Where you have to kind of like renewal, like I need to recover, kind of heal. Could mean that. We have the Joker here in this deck, and that is like the Fool. Yeah, and she's there in the rain, right? So it's kind of showing that she's maybe, able to take a chance on something. She's out in the rain. Beginnings, new beginnings. You must sometimes leave the confines of the house and go for a walk around the grounds. Yeah, this is like, this is about leaving something to have a new beginning. Yeah, it really is. They're just using the house to show that, kind of walking around the house. And now we have Moon Maiden, new beginnings. See that? And that is, here's the Moon Maiden, and she's trying to push the moon up. She's in the water, it looks like, but I don't know how she can be in the water with with the moon. But hey, the moon is it's Cancer, right? Rules Cancer, which is about, this is, yeah, it looks like the moon to me. But long story short, she's kind of pushing that, and she's struggling a little bit because she looks like she's in the water and the moon is right here. So it's a 5, right? So there's a challenge here. There definitely is. That Empty Well talks about a challenge too. And we start the reading with a challenge because somebody did not listen to their intuition, right? Yeah. It's kind of like, when you don't listen to your intuition, it's almost like you didn't listen to your mom when, it was really, really cloudy outside and she said, it's going to rain today. Bring your coat. And then you didn't. And then, it was a tough day at school that day, right? Kind of coming home. Walking home, we used to walk home when we were kids. It was safer. Yeah, it was. We'd walk home from school, never worried about anything. No, now, boy, if your kid walks home alone, you're uptight, right? Yeah. So let's see what we have. Yeah, worried, or if you can't pick them up, stuff like that. If you want to get a psychic reading, Sagittarius, you can always get one. I'm always checking for accuracies. Everything's below in the box. Description box below. I do psychic readings and tarot readings. If you don't know somebody, it's great to get a psychic reading on them. I always check for accuracies. I do. And I do them in many formats. If you want a live reading, those are very fun and engaging with the tarot. You get to choose the cards. your higher self does, right? And yeah, and then you can get recordings. I have different formats. Mystic Sense has a free 5-minute psychic reading, and you can get a past life session. And those are very personal and empowering. Yes, they are, and very awakening and enlightening they are. Because whatever you're doing in this life, from all the ones I've done, it's because somebody hasn't learned yet to leave something behind, or they didn't learn a lesson in a past life. Yeah, and so they're still doing it here, and it is hindering them to some degree. Yeah, bottom of this deck here is the Queen of Swords in this reading, Sagittarius, in this deck. I'm using a different deck today. And she's discerning a relationship with somebody because right outside the window here, I think it's a window, it could be a picture though, but it's hard to tell. These are kind of, interesting cards, but right outside is a man kissing a woman there. So she's discerning love, basically, right? Let's see what we have. We start with the Magician, yeah, and 5 of Pentacles, 8 of Cups. Wow. So these are dramatic, and they are. These are cool cards. And we see this 8 of Cups, and the man sitting there, he needs to replenish his cup right there, empty well for sure. He's pretty shook up. He's pretty sad, and he's sitting there. And some cups are down and a few cups are up. So there's 5 cups up, and 5 cups means a change, a chapter ends. That's really what that means. All 5s are challenges, right? Yeah, so we start here with the Magician, and let's see what we have for you guys, Sagittarius. But yeah, the Magician starts out, there could be an Aries here, right? But the Magician is about manifesting something, right? And up here we see beginnings, the Joker. It's about taking a chance on something. It's like, I feel confined. That's what that Fool is about. I feel confined and I need to get out of something possibly, right? Somebody has regret. They didn't trust their intuition over here with that Moon. So the Magician is there, and, he's got everything he needs to, unrestrict himself, or to, create something new, have a new life, etc. A new anything. The 5 of Pentacles sits in the crossing energy, and let's have a look at that 5 of Pentacles. This is, and so 5 people walk through a gloomy landscape of ruins. Yeah, there's like ruins here, like there was, an earthquake or a war, more like a war, it looks like. And this is about worry, torture, chaos, poverty, wow, effort, tension, need, immorality, belief in the future, and reconciliation. Look at that. This is about somebody who went through something chaotic or experienced something, very tense and gloomy possibly, but, they believe in the future. Yes, they do. Yeah, wow. Interesting there, right? This sits in the challenge. So somebody wants a new future here, and they have something gloomy, or they suffered in some way, right? And we have the 8 of Cups right here, and that's why it's all happening. So that, remember I said, the man's sitting outside there, and he's he's not in a good place, right? But yeah, let's look at that 8 of Cups. Sorry, you guys, these are kind of newer. Let's see, where are these cups at? Okay, they look like they're missing. Let's see here. And here they are. And we have the 8. Yeah, and the 8s are about progress and moving forward. A sad man sitting on the beach. The wreck of a boat behind him. This is like a failure, right? Resignation, giving up projects, excessive modesty. Wow, excessive modesty. Yeah, this means that you are not fulfilled in any way, right? Interruption, reason before feelings, new point of view, strong needs. Yeah, this is somebody's given up on something. Yeah. And in the reverse, this talks about strong needs that need to be fulfilled, right? So, yeah, somebody has given up on something right here, and they may want to reconcile with you possibly, but they went through something really gloomy here. And they think back and they go, I didn't trust myself about that person, that relationship, that career, whatever they were doing. They know that they didn't trust themselves, and they're like kicking themselves in the ass. That's what this is about. Prince of Wands showing up. Prince of Wands is the Knight of Wands. Yeah, right away. And that may be you. This is external to you. And that prince is, this is about somebody who is strong and noble. Might be funny. Friendly and proud, committed. Wow, romantic, pretentious. Yeah, wow. It can be somebody who judges, though. Yeah, that's interesting, right? So maybe somebody has judged you, Sagittarius, because maybe they didn't judge you the right way. Because somebody right here is regretting not trusting their intuition, right? This could have happened in this reading big time. I feel like that's what's going on. Somebody didn't trust that you were the one. And now they want a new beginning with you. And they are replenishing their well. Yeah, this person felt empty. This could be you, Sagittarius. It's your reading, right? It depends, right? You or them, for sure. Queen of Wands is showing up reversed. You know, this Queen of Wands reverse is how somebody is seeing themselves. So maybe you're at odds with this person. Maybe this is you, and you kind of suffered here, right? You could have. Maybe you misjudged your you maybe used poor judgment, or, you know, kind of misjudged something, right, about somebody. Strength cards here. This is in the past, so this is courage. Somebody's learned some type of courage here, or self-mastery. They've grown. They've grown. Well, once you realize, you know, you're not trusting your intuition, you're wiser right there, aren't you? Yeah, you're wiser. So the Eight of Wands is showing up, and this is a trip card, and he's flying. So this is about progress. The Eight of Wands, it is. And yeah, a young man jumps up high. This is swiftness, movement, activity. Somebody who's enthusiastic, new solutions. Yeah, wow. And in the reverse, it could be about, you know, some stuff here, doubt and, you know, worry and all this stuff. But this is about somebody who's enthusiastic, and this is the concern. Maybe they're concerned if you're enthusiastic about this. Yeah, there's some regret here, so it could be, right? Yeah, but this is also about a solution. Somebody is concerned here with solving a problem with you. Maybe broke up, right? Yeah, you could have. This could have been a while ago, though, because this is like, it's, you know, this is kind of, it's hard to tell timing here, right? Divine timing, really. Six of Swords showing up, and that is, you know, he's doing this major, you know, kind of pose here. Let's look at that Six of Swords. And yeah, this talks about, this can be about science, right? But hey, deserved success. Yeah, this is usually about accomplishing something or being recognized for it, overcoming, and, you know, victory. So here it is as well about success, something that is deserved. You know, of course, because if he's posing like that, then that means he did the work, like he deserves it, right? This is in the environment. Somebody feels like you deserve them, or they deserve you, but this is in this way, like, I feel like somebody realizes that you guys can be really good together. And that's why they might feel like they deserve you. Somebody feels like you're a soulmate in this reading. I feel like that's what this reading is here. Balance, intelligent behavior. Yeah, see, somebody grew here. Intelligent behavior, explanation, change in the way you think. Yeah, somebody did. Somebody has changed the way they think, for sure. The Ace of Cups is the hopes and fears. Look at that. My cup runneth over, right? Yeah, it's beautiful. And this is showing somebody wants this with you, definitely. I've been saying that, right? Ace of Wands sits right next to it. Look at that, Sagittarius. Yeah, and this looks kind of like a really sharp wand. But here it is. And let's look at the Ace of Wands. Let's see what they have to say about that. Right next to the Ace of Cups. And actually, the Ace of Cups showing up on the hopes and fears. Yeah, overflowing cup, representing the element water, of course. And this is abundance, satisfaction, joy, fertility, fulfillment. Yeah, definitely change. And so let's look at the Ace of Wands. And this is, yeah, a wand sends out its energy as a symbol of the element fire, of course. Origin, beginning, source, birth, creativity, power, blind power, self-realization, wow, identity, inheritance. Yeah, this is about power because it's fire, right? Fire is very powerful. Yeah, in a nutshell, this is very cool. Let's get one more card on this Ace of Wands. I just want to see what's going to show up in the potential outcome with it. Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so this lady here, a beautiful lady here, and she, you know, she's got a little bit of money here because you can tell her jewelry and her kind of dress here. She has jewels on her head, right, on her kind of her headband there. Nine of Pentacles. Let's have a look at that. Yeah, she sits in the middle of her riches. She holds a key in her hand. Where's the key? Yeah, she does have a key. This is gain, growth, popularity. This is about gain and growth, material wealth. Property. Yeah, this is about money here. It's sitting here with the Ace of Wands. Somebody wants to, we have this King of Diamonds over here, which talks about somebody who is generous and mature. It was reversed. This is about somebody who has money, but somebody who grew up. Somebody has some financial resources here, and they have grown. And this is what they want with you. Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands. Wow. Get in this reading, Sagittarius. If you want to get a psychic, a tarot, a past life reading with me, check out the description box. They're all fun readings. They are. And they're all empowering and enlightening, right? Very insightful. Thanks so much, you guys, for joining me. Please like, share, and subscribe. It really helps me to keep these readings coming. And hit the little bell if you want to be notified of my uploads. Thanks so much, guys.